working with JR and Buffy and the whole group, because it's a group experience. It's not just the leaders. Everybody's interacting, working together. Sitting there and going through that purpose statement, I just started just crying when certain things were brought up, which is not unusual for me. But it happens when God is speaking directly to a deep place in my heart. And the biggest thing that stands out is, in that moment, I felt like I was known. I felt like I was seen. I felt like I was loved in that particular area that most people that interact with me would not recognize. And in that purpose statement time, it comes to the surface, and God used JR and Buffy to guide me into that place. My wife was there too, as just a person to agree and say, yes, this is how I see Bryan to be. And when somebody sees you, knows you, loves you in that place, it's like, that's just powerful. It's just like releasing, it's freedom. And so that was, it's like, yes, that is my identity, that is my heart. And so for me, there's many areas in my life that are hidden or have been spoken into in such a way that I don't want people to see this area of my life. Even being an adapter, it's like, well, aren't you just a slacker and didn't prepare? And in those areas in your life where people have spoken to you and told you, hey, this is a bad characteristic, this is a bad quality, and have repressed you in that area, may be a characteristic that the people around you that are closest to you need in their life. Maybe even those people that have spoken those things to you and repressed you in those areas or try to control it or whatever, maybe characteristics that they need. When Jesus comes into that place and you're seen in that place, you're known in that place, and it gets in line with God's heart, and you're loved in that place, that's a place of freedom that can be there instead of shame and oppression. And once you experience that freedom and love in that place, then you can love other people in that same area. And I guarantee God will bring people in front of you that have shame and oppression in that same area. And there's this verse, it was like a couple weeks ago in Psalms. Every morning I just wake up and I'm like, all right, David, what do you got? It's just a guy who shows me what communication with God can look like. And it really just opens up that dialogue for me and God. And it was like Psalm 50 something, I don't think it was in the 60s, but it was awake my glory. And it had a little number next to glory. And a lot of times in the Bible where it says glory, this is glory. This one had a little number, and down below it said, all my being, or my whole being. Awake my whole being. And so I look at my whole self, my body, every part of my body, my spirit, my soul, my mind, my thoughts, all these different places. And awake to me means be in a place of freedom and life and love. And it's like, this area, shame, depression, is the opposite. So really just like, okay, receiving that love, receiving that place of being known and seen and accepted. And that's how Jesus is in those places, no matter where you're at, like, oh, I'm a total screw up, I'm just royally jacked it up there. It's like, God's like, yeah, I get it. Yeah, that was your choice at that time, and I love you as you are in that moment. I love you. And that was just a choice you made. And so, I don't know, it's just a place of freedom. And really, my interaction in brush fires was really just something that started this process of figuring out who I am and my identity, and really, hey, it's okay to be this, this, or that. It just sent me down this road, and I feel like the hunger and thirst that's in this room with each of you, like God will meet you in that place and take you to this place of complete freedom and complete healing, to where you can then impact the other people around God raised in front of you.
Praise the Lord.